Seriously now, could this year be any more worse? I bet you would hardly doubt that there was any year more worse than this. Or should I say, there are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Imagination Insight. I know the name has been changed, the channel has been changed. It's an interesting story I'll tell you at the end of the video. Stay tuned to know. But what's not changed is our love for knowledge, and we are going to be that way. So don't worry, Imagination Station is now Imagination Insight, but the content is the same. In sooth, humanity has seen plenty of ups and downs, but still pinpointing a single year as the pinnacle of badness is much more difficult than identifying periods of badness for humanity. That being said, however, some years were certainly worse than the others. So here are some worst years to be alive in human history. Subscribe to the channel to get more videos every Sunday and hit that bell icon to get notified first when the video arrives. Subscribe? Let's begin. Up first is the year 542. Humanity saw the start of one of the most devastating plagues in the human history. This plague was so bad that it almost took the life of the ruler after whom the plague was named. This plague, named Justinian plague, ravaged large parts of the world between 541 and 542 and claimed an estimated 25 to 50 million lives. That is, around a quarter of the world's population in a span of 1 year. This plague not only killed millions but also led to a massive spike in the grain prices, causing large famines. All in all, 542 was a bad year to be alive, even if you were lucky enough to be one of the 60% who survived the plague. Next is 1783. That saw millions of people die from starvation in India thanks to a volcano that erupted thousands of miles away. Known as the Chalisa famine, killed an estimated 11 million people in North India, caused due to eruption of the Laki volcano in Iceland. The ash that filled the atmosphere blocked out the sun. As a result, large parts of the northern hemisphere didn't experience a real summer at all. The following year was then unreasonably hot due to the presence of large amounts of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. Monsoon rains never came, and to make matters worse, rivers, lakes and ponds dried up. And we have 1919, a curse in disguise. It should have been an year of triumph. After all, the bloodiest conflict ever witnessed by humanity had ended in November 1919. What was then sought as the beginning of peace actually planted the seeds of a bloodier and more horrible World War. And then of course, there was the Spanish flu. Though at its peak in 1918, an estimated 5 lakh people died in 1919 alone. 1492, the highest point of European explorers, was the darkest year for the natives of North America. As most history students know, 1492 was the year Christopher Columbus set sail to the Americas for the first time. Columbus and his men brought old world diseases to the new world. The natives, helpless and unimmune, died in millions. 1492 marked the period of time that resulted in loss of 90% of indigenous population by the start of the 16th century. As if that's not bad enough, Catholic monarchs Ferdinand and Isabel captured Moorish Granada in 1492, after which they would kill, enslave and expel some 5 lakh Muslims in Spain. 1933, the year that saw the world descend into another world war and genocide. Following the burning down of the Reichstag, the German National Parliament, the Nazis were given the supreme authority in Germany and Hitler became the all-powerful dictator. More ominously, 1933 also saw the opening of the first Nazi concentration camp at Dachau. Trade unions were banned, books were burned, and Jewish business were boycotted. For most Americans, 1933 brought poverty and uncertainty with the Great Depression. Some 15 million Americans were unemployed and around half the nation's banks was defaulted. The year 536 was the worst year of the worst century of the human history. Not for nothing is this period known as the Dark Ages, and one year in particular was the darkest among all. A volcanic eruption possibly in El Salvador blocked out sunlight, causing freakish weather, failed crops and famines. And to top it all off, freezing winters that lasted for a year. And both halves of Rome had finally fallen, leaving death and chaos in their wake. And that was the video guys, some of the worst years to have been alive in human history. Thank you so much for watching. And coming back to the story of the name change, actually there had been many other channels with the same name as Imagination Station, and that was causing a lot of trouble. My channel was not showing up in the YouTube searches, and I was getting copyright strikes. I got 2 copyright strikes, and I got threats of my channel being taken down, and it was a total mess. So I just decided to change the name and start with a new fresh name. And here we are with the Imagination Insight. Hope you will love this channel the same way you love that, because this is the same channel, just the name has been changed. And do consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more such amazing videos coming to you every Sunday. And hit the like button if you learned something new today, and share this channel with your friends if you want them also to be smart. Thanking you once again. Goodbye and keep learning.